Let's talk about something that affects every single one of us every single day, the food on our plates. We're going to dig into the deep connection between climate change and our food supply. And trust me, it's a story you need to hear.
So think about it for a second. What does the meal you ate last night really have to do with a global crisis? When you're picking out vegetables at the store, you're probably thinking about what's fresh, what's on sale, not global weather patterns, right? Well, what if they're connected in a way we can't ignore?
Yeah, the link is not only real, it's getting stronger every single year. It's already changing the cost, the availability, and even the quality of the food we all rely on. So to really get a grip on this, we have to start at the beginning.
All right, so Section 1, the gathering storm. Before we can talk about the impacts or the solutions, we have to understand what's actually causing all this. What are the big drivers behind the climate shifts that are turning our farms upside down?
It all really starts with these things called greenhouse gases. A lot of the stuff that makes modern life comfortable, our refrigerators, our air conditioners, our cars, they all release these gases that build up in the atmosphere. You can think of it like wrapping an extra blanket around the Earth, trapping in heat.
And the main thing fueling this? It's our massive appetite for fossil fuels. Every time we burn petroleum, gas, or coal to power our homes, our cars, and our industries, we're pumping more and more of these heat-trapping gases into the air. That's what's causing the planet to steadily get warmer.
Okay, so the planet's warming up. So what? What does that actually do on the ground? Well, this is where the abstract idea of climate change gets very, very real for the people who grow our food.
So check this out. Farmers are basically getting hit with a kind of weather whiplash. One season, they're dealing with insane floods that drown their crops and suffocate the soil. The very next season, it could be a crippling drought that shrivels the leaves and turns the soil to dust. It makes farming an incredibly high-stakes gamble.
And the numbers really drive this home. According to a UNO report, a temperature increase of just 0.6 degrees Celsius, which sounds tiny, right, has already caused sea levels to rise by 20 centimeters because of melting glaciers. This isn't some far-off prediction. It's happening right now, causing more flooding in crucial coastal farming areas.
And the problem goes way beyond just weird weather. It's a domino effect. See, warmer temperatures are the perfect breeding ground for pests like locusts and armyworms. Water for irrigation is becoming scarcer. Animals like cows are getting heat-stressed, so they produce less milk and meat. When you add it all up, it becomes a serious threat to our global food security.
For a long time, the story we told was that farming is a victim of climate change. And it is. But here's the twist, and it's a huge one. What if farming is also part of the cause? It turns out agriculture is stuck in this dangerous feedback loop.
So let's look at how. Some traditional practices, like planting just one crop over vast areas, actually strips the soil of its nutrients. Or using old-school flood irrigation, which wastes a ton of water. And then you've got the chemicals. Overusing certain fertilizers releases nitrous oxide, and get this, it's a greenhouse gas that's 300 times more powerful than carbon dioxide. 300 times.
Okay, so I know that all sounds pretty grim, but this is the point in the story where things start to shift. This is where we talk about hope, because there are incredible innovators all over the world working on solutions to break this cycle.
And a lot of these solutions fall under this really cool umbrella idea called climate-smart agriculture. The goal here is basically a triple win. Grow more food, help farms withstand climate shocks, and at the same time actually reduce the emissions that caused the problem in the first place.
And believe it or not, a huge part of the solution is literally right under our feet, in the soil. By doing things like tilling the land less, adding compost, and planting cover crops, farmers can transform their soil into what's called a carbon sink. It means instead of releasing carbon, the soil actually starts pulling it out of the atmosphere and storing it. How cool is that?
Another big move is getting away from those fragile monocultures. Those endless fields of just corn or just wheat. Instead, the smart play is to diversify. By planting multiple crops together and even integrating trees into farmland, a technique called agroforestry, you create a much stronger, healthier ecosystem that can handle whatever nature throws at it.
And of course, technology is a total game changer here. We're talking everything from simple but super efficient drip irrigation that delivers water right to the roots to some seriously high-tech stuff. Drones, satellites, and even AI are giving farmers incredible data to use resources like water and fertilizer with pinpoint accuracy.
We also have to talk about waste, because this number is just staggering. Almost a third, 1/3, of all the food we produce globally gets lost or thrown away. And when all that food rots in a landfill, it pumps out methane, which is another really potent greenhouse gas. Fixing this is a massive piece of the puzzle.
So as you can see, this isn't about finding one single magic bullet. It's about a total system upgrade. It means managing livestock better, powering farms with clean energy like solar, and it means we need governments to create smart policies that help farmers make these positive changes.
There's a quote from the source material that just nails it perfectly. The solution isn't to stop farming. We can't do that. The solution is to completely transform it, to reinvent it for the 21st century so it works with our planet, not against it.
So yeah, the challenges are absolutely immense, but the solutions are here and they're inspiring. From the soil under our feet to the satellites in the sky, a revolution in how we grow food is already happening. So the big question for all of us is, what will this new food system look like? And what part will each of us play in building